Worst feeling is, you know, I think the worst feeling is having this emptiness inside, you know, at the job or in life. You wake up, it just seems like it's repetition, right? Nothing's going good. You can't seem to get along with your kids if you got kids, or you can't seem to get along with your co-workers if you work at a job, and especially if you work at a job that has, a lot of workers, feelings like that, feelings like that I've had. I can understand with people that are listening, and I want to tell you the feelings I've had probably in the last 5 years. Sorry, I'm working on postcards. Oh, I got a lot of postcards. I'm working on postcards. So I do the work when I say I do the work, but I just thinking out loud. I had somebody here I was chatting with earlier, but they had left, a friend. But the feelings that I had, were I wanted a purpose. I knew I'm getting older, running out of time. I know in my head that if I stay at this job, no way in hell I'm going to be able to save enough money to retire early. My passion's always, retiring early. My desire is always retiring early. And when I see people that I've hired and they're in their 60s, 50s, late 50s, almost 70s, and they're still working, man, that just gives me anxiousness. Just makes me feel weird, makes me feel bad, right? I see people even when I go to some stores and they're so old and they're working, and I'm like, what is going on? And as we're living our lives, and you're living your life, and you're busy thinking you got a relationship, or you're busy thinking you got all these problems, right? Time goes so freaking fast that you forget how quick time is. You forget, right? That, man, I got to do something. We're not supposed to live to work. We're supposed to work, get some money, and hopefully exit that job or do something with that money and not have to work. Because having that emptiness, helplessness, where the money's not even enough, right? The money's not even enough to cover my bills. Imagine that. If your money is not enough to even cover your bills, you're going to have that emptiness even more. You got to be sitting there at home eventually after you're done with your friends, you're done being on social media, you're done doing your every day. You got to have that quiet moment and you got to have that peacefulness. That peaceful time where you're thinking like, what the hell am I doing? Right? I'm already this age. I've done some good things, meaning took care of my kids. I've done some good things and paid my bills and done some good things and been good to my parents or my friends. But I haven't done anything good for me where I can have freedom, right? I haven't done anything where I can be able to help people, where I can build, that I can create. And when I'm done in this world, what are they going to remember me from, right? And then I noticed that I was having those feelings. And that's why you hear me talking a lot. Sorry, I'm working on postcards. I got a lot of postcards as we're chatting here, right? And I noticed I had those feelings where, yes, I hate having a boss. I hate being told what to do. But the main thing is I have no purpose. If I sit here with this job and get 50 cents, right, a raise every year, most people get that every 2 years. Well, I'm not even having enough money to do stuff I want. So I want to travel. I want to build. I want to help things. I want to help build businesses, help build churches, help people in what they're doing. I can't even do it with this freaking job, right? So that gets you depressed, right? That gets you depressed. And then a lot of people that I talk don't even go to college, or their job's not even giving them enough income to do anything, right? So I guess what I'm ranting about is you got to be having those feelings of the same cycle. And what I noticed is that I want to help people with this. You got to be able to break that cycle. You got to be able to finally, like I've done, make that line and say, I don't want this anymore. I want to change. I want freaking change my life. And then I notice when you have a relationship problem, right? Let me have a sip here. I notice when you have a relationship problem or a conflict, it eats at us more and it hurts us more because We got no purpose. We have nothing driving us. We have nothing, no vision of excitement leaving the house. We have no vision when we wake up. We have no excitement beyond that job, right? And that's why things bother you more. That's why somebody says something, you get annoyed. That's why if the car breaks down, you get annoyed. That's why if somebody in the family dies, you get more sad, or you get a breakup, you get more and more depressed. It's because we have nothing driving us beyond that job. So we have something, you need to get something to drive you. I had to feel myself, I just do my postcards. I'm going to create my own system. I had to do something, right, that meant more. When I wake up, I have to have more. I want somebody to be able to remember me beyond my kids of something I've done in this world, right? And I've always said I don't need to get skills. I've always said I don't have to teach you skills. I have to either participate in something that's going on, right? Learn something that's going on, and eventually create something. I have to be able to create something, be involved in something that's growing that I'm in part of. And that's how I want you guys to learn today, this week, is you have to figure out what can I be on. And a lot of times your job won't set you up like that, right? And if you're getting something, if you get involved in something that is growing, right, you're most likely going to involve people. And when you involve people, you get a purpose. When you help people, you get a purpose. And yes, the money comes. So it's not just money. Money is freedom. Everything you need is money. The clothes you're wearing is freaking money. The food you're eating, right? The gas you put in in the tank of your car is freaking money. If you want to travel and leave your state, that's whatever. So money is not that. It's having the purpose of something, so I don't feel depressed. I don't feel like there's no meaning in my life. Like I'm just what we have to get out of, what I had to get out of is I'm not just like a movie you replay, a song you replay over and over and over, the same cycle, right? And that's when depression comes, despair comes, sadness comes, frustration comes, right? And you're just living through the cycle of life. Life will suck you in and spit you out quickly. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go through a cycle where I'm just being recycled. I want to contribute. I want to add value. I want to build teams. I want to build legacies. I want to build companies, right? I want to be involved with people where, man, let's just network. Let's help each other. Let's have fun. And that's the best feeling in the world, right? Fire Your Boss Production, just chatting, just ranting. Let's build something, right? So while you're going to that job, think of what you like to do. Build a structure around there, whether you're going to get people involved to help you or you do it on your own and then you help people. You got to do something beyond that job, or the despair, that depression, that sadness will always be on you because it's just repetition, especially if, hey, your kids are leaving from your house, you're all alone, you're not in a relationship, you're sitting there all alone, you're having a meal together, it's a holiday, it's a weekend, and nobody's calling you, nobody's doing anything. You know what? If you get busy and people see your energy and your attention, right, they get drawn to you. And when people get drawn to you when you're doing big things, good things, but it's got to be beyond that job, right? Anyhow, I'm just ranting life things, working on these postcards. I want to help you. Let's fire your boss. Take care.